What's up, guys? I'm Chris, and today you're watching a magic review on the Bombsicle by Deuce Gala and Haydn. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. If you haven't, please consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, just ask them in the comment section below, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss a video or a review. And don't forget to join the Chris Edwards Magic Secret Access group over on Facebook. Alright, so today we are looking at the Bombsicle by Deuce Gala and Haydn. So what is Bombsicle? So first off, you're going to get your choice between banana fudge and the original citrus flavor. Now, these are gag props that aren't just about getting a laugh, but also giving your audience something to hold their attention in a moment of downtime. So if you've seen my review on Popschticle, this is a similar product. Now we're going to go over some differences. So first off, what do you get? So you're going to get the packaging, which looks like this. Pop's Bombsicle. I believe Buck said the packaging is the same whether you get the original or the banana fudge. And then inside here, you will get a link for a tutorial. And on the tutorial, there is a conversation between Buck and Pop that is almost 40 minutes long. So you're going to get a lot of insights and how this came to be, why Pop uses it, and a lot of little subtleties and nuances. So what's the quality? The quality on these is really good. They are vibrant. They look real. They are made out of plastic, and then they have a wooden popsicle stick. So even close up, these look pretty good. You can use these in a close-up setting. You're not going to have it out for too long, and you're not going to have it right in the person's face. Now, when I use these, for the most part, it's during my shows, which tend to be a stage or parlor type setting. However, I have carried these doing walk around, and as long as you're a few feet away, it's very passable as real. Now, when talking about quality, the quality itself is very good. These are lightweight, but also very durable, sturdy. And then what they've done, just like with Popschticle, is on the bottom here, if the stick ever breaks, there are two little indentations here that fit a pair of needle nose pliers, so you'll always be able to get a broken popsicle stick out, and then you just put a standard popsicle stick back in. Won't have the Deuce Gala symbol, but any popsicle stick will work. Now, some of you may be familiar with my review on the Popschticle, which comes in chocolate or orange. Now, what are the differences? Why would you want both, or why would you want one over the other? So with Popschticle, it's more of a one-time use, right? After you've taken the bite out, you put it away. If you bring it back out, you can't take a second bite. And if you bring it back out, the fact that it hasn't melted is kind of a giveaway that it's not real. However, with the Bombsicle, this can be used and used and used again, right? It has that repeat factor. So if you lick it and then put it away, when you bring it back out, you know, it's not like you took a bite, so you can lick it again, and you know, it's kind of a running gag. Now, like I said, it's not just about laughs, but it's to fill the void on that downtime. So if you're having a participant pick a card, or if you give them a deck of cards to shuffle, right, that takes a little bit. So what do the rest of the audience members do? You know, typically sit there and wait, and while nothing is going on, that's when you bring this out, right? And it's just a quick little thing you can do that gets a laugh, keeps their attention, where in most cases, you know, there's a bit of a drop in the entertainment. Difficulty level and angles, obviously it's simple to use, right? There's really nothing that you have to learn, but you want to make it look real, especially like when I was going over my review for the Popschticle. You want it to look like you're actually eating this, right? We're not talking about these, so I'll place them off to the side, but with this, you want to treat it like it's something real. That's all you really need to learn and practice is just making it seem real. There is no setup and reset. Can it be examined? No, right? Because they are plastic, they're not cold. They do smell like the real thing. That was something that Deuce Gala did with the Popschticles. They made the orange creamsicle smell like that, and the chocolate one smell like chocolate. These also did have a scent, but your audience will probably never smell it. It's just a nice little touch that Deuce Gala does. Pocket space. So, I mean, I don't know what to compare them to. They're actually a little bit smaller than I thought that they were going to be. I thought that they would be probably about that long and a little bit thicker. So I think they're a great size. However, they do typically take up a pocket. So for me, when I'm performing like an all ages show, I'm wearing a jacket like this. I don't typically have anything in this pocket. Sometimes, I'll have this pocket empty too. I often, when I use the Popschticle, I carried both, right? So I'd use chocolate the first time, and then a little while later, I would pull out the orange and use that. And it's always went over really well, got great reactions, and because they're two different things, that's where I was able to repeat that. But with this, you only need the one, and if you want to repeat it a couple times, you can. Who will use this? Is it practical? Is it a worker? So this can be used by anybody, right? Whether you're a magician, a mentalist, it doesn't matter. Any kind of entertainer where the eyes are on you, you're performing. Typically, I would say the person performing this has to have some kind of humor in their show, right? If you're a very serious performer, whether it's magic or mentalism, you're probably not going to pull out a popsicle, right? But if you have some comedy in your show and that's your style and fits your personality, then this is totally for anybody and everybody that performs. So is it practical? Is it a worker? I mean, I use these all the time in my working sets. Whether I'm doing magic for kids, all ages, adults, right? I have an adults only show. I also do mentalism shows for all ages and adults. I've used it in all of those shows because I incorporate humor into my act, so it's not out of place for me to do that. They've always gotten great reactions and a good laugh. And actually, quite a few times I've had people come up to me after and go, "Is your pocket all wet now?" And, they remember it. So what's the price and is it worth your money? So either one, whether you get the classic or the chocolate banana, they are $22. I don't know if there is a price where if you get both, you get a discount. I did look on the website and I didn't see anything like that. Whereas I believe with Popschticle, there was some kind of buy two and save a little bit. I'm not sure, I can't completely remember, but $22. So is it worth your money? Honestly, if this is something that fits your style, suits your personality, and you can use in your set, then it definitely is worth the money. It's durable. It's going to last forever, right? It's never going to wear out. So it's a one-time purchase, and you'll have it for as long as you're performing. And when I say that people remember this, it's more powerful than you'd think, right? It's not a magic trick. It's not any kind of knuckle-busting slight routine or anything like that, but it's unexpected, and it fills a moment of downtime. So it's a lot more powerful than you think it is, and it always leaves a lasting reaction. Positives and negatives. Positives, like I said, they look good. They are going to last. This is not just a visual gag. It's an instant attention getter, and then it also sets you up for more comedy moments. The only negative is they won't be for everybody, right? Because there are some performers out there that only perform with a serious character or personality. So this obviously wouldn't be for them. That's not a negative to the product. It's just it won't be for everybody. But with that, I think I've covered everything I can on this. So give you one more close up here. And I'll leave a link in the description so you can go check these out, purchase them if you want. And with that, we'll see you at the next review.